The Immunolytics Mold Test Kit, the simple, affordable mold test from the laboratory dedicated to your health. Let's walk you through the process of using your mold test kit. We encourage you to watch this complete video before starting your testing. There are 4 basic steps to using your test kit. First, evaluating what needs to be tested. Second, sampling your rooms, cars, pets, and surfaces. Third, sealing and labeling samples. And fourth, analyzing your samples. Before we start, let's get to know your mold test kit. Each Immunolytics Mold Test Kit is customized and may vary slightly from what you see here. First, you'll notice the plates and swabs we use for sampling. Round mold test plates are used for sampling air and items with a tap test. Plates contain 90% water, so you may see condensation in them, but it won't affect testing results. Also, if you've ordered them, pencil-sized swabs are used for sampling suspected visible mold. Note that sampling plates have an expiration date, so be sure to use them before they expire. You'll also receive sealing stickers for plates and swabs. If you purchase a prepaid label for returning samples to the lab, it will be included as well. A lab ordering form, also known as a chain of custody, is also included for sending samples back to Immunolytics lab for analysis. Finally, foil envelopes where you'll place the sealed samples. It's important to keep everything sealed until you're ready to test. While sampling only takes about an hour, the preparation steps may take longer. Store your kit in a cool, dark place until you're ready to test. Simply keeping the mold kit closed and at room temperature works well. Step 1. Evaluating where to test. You'll need to prioritize where to test. Test areas that are known or suspected to have water leaks. Or test areas that cause health symptoms or adverse reactions. If you haven't had a moisture event, sample in the areas you spend the most time. Common areas to consider are bathrooms, basements, master bedroom, den or great room, your car, kitchen, children's bedroom, and office. Step 2. How to sample rooms, cars, pets, and surfaces. We recommend registering your kit before you start sampling at immunolytics.com and clicking on Register Kit, or visit immunolytics.com/register. You'll be directed to create an account if you don't have one already, and enter the kit ID on the outside of your box. Registering your kit will give you easy access to reports. Sampling rooms. When you sample a room, you'll use the mold testing plate. It's able to sample an area that's about 12 by 12 feet. If you have an extremely large room, you may consider using 2 mold plates. Before you sample rooms, keep windows closed for at least 6 hours prior to sampling. Turn on the central fan or heating and air conditioning system. Don't sweep or vacuum just before you sample. After this preparation, you'll be opening the mold plate and placing the bottom of the plate that contains the yellow agar on a flat surface to test for 1 hour. So, get a timer ready. Here are some specific instructions for different room types. For kitchens, a countertop toward the center of the room is ideal. Also, ensure that the mold testing plate is at least 2 feet away from the wall. For a living room or similar location, choose a central area that best represents where you spend the most time, such as a side table, coffee table, or the top of a couch. When sampling a bathroom, choose a countertop toward the center of the room. Ensure that the plate is at least 2 feet away from the wall. For bedrooms, again, choose a location where you spend the most time, like in the center of the bed or on a nightstand. Place the mold test plate on a paper towel or clean cloth to ensure others see it and dust won't accidentally be stirred up and sampled. During the 1 hour of testing, rooms can be used as normal during sampling. Please keep children and pets away from the mold test plates. It is very tempting for little ones to touch or even lick the agar. However, rest assured that the agar is not harmful to children or pets. Sampling vehicles. To test your car or truck, you'll also use a mold testing plate. Before you sample, keep doors and windows closed for 6 hours. Then, during sampling, keep those closed as well, other than entering or exiting your vehicle. Enter the vehicle and place the mold testing plate on a paper towel on the front passenger seat or center console. Now, turn on your engine and let the air conditioner or heater blow for 30 minutes on recirculate, which is labeled max in some vehicles. Then turn off the car and let the plate sit for another 30 minutes. Sampling pets or soft surfaces. You'll be using a mold test plate to perform a tap test. First, wash and dry your hands thoroughly. Now, open the plate lid and hold it with your fingers extended so the yellow agar is facing toward the object. Now, choose 4 areas on the object that will be representative. Tap the plate once in each of these 4 areas. The yellow agar should not touch the object. This will force the mold spores into the air and onto the plate. Sampling visible mold. To test visible mold, you'll be using the sampling swab. Open the swab by twisting and pulling, and then swab the area until the swab is discolored. Cover as much of the swab as possible with the potential mold. Then return the sampling swab into its container. Step 3. Sealing and labeling samples. After the sampling is complete, go to your first plate and close it, adding 2 Immunolytics logo stickers per plate to ensure a good seal. Then, using the enclosed permanent marker, create a label with a unique name, date, and time of sampling, placing the label on the bottom of each plate. It's very important that the label is on the bottom of each plate, that is, the darker side with the agar. Repeat this sealing and labeling process immediately after closing each plate, as it will help prevent the samples from being confused. For each visible mold sample taken with a swab, apply a label to an area of the container where it's most visible. Each sample label is numbered, so do your best to keep the sample labels in sequence without skipping numbers. After you're done closing and labeling the samples, record your samples on the lab analysis form, matching the information from each respective color-matched label. Step 4. Analyzing your samples. You now have a choice to either self-analyze your samples or send them to the Immunolytics lab. Self-analysis is best when you just want to know if mold is present in an area. Laboratory analysis, on the other hand, includes a detailed report that will identify the thousands of mold types, possible sources, and symptoms of mold, and help you plan a course of action with a phone consultation after you receive your results. Self-analysis. To begin self-analysis, ensure all your samples are sealed and labeled and placed in the included foil envelopes. Self-analysis only works for mold test plates and not for swab samples. Now, store them in a warm, dark place, such as a kitchen cabinet or desk drawer. After 5 to 7 days, remove the samples. Hold the mold plates up to a light and count the number of colonies growing on the mold test plate. The size doesn't matter. If there's no mold growth, return them to the foil package and reanalyze after 7 or 8 days. If you see 0 to 4 fungal colonies per area or room, it's within the normal range for sinus health. 5 to 8 total fungal colonies per room is a cause for concern. Illness is possible in individuals who are susceptible. 9 or greater total fungal colonies per room is hazardous and likely making an individual sick. If you count 5 or more colonies on a mold test plate, regardless of size, we recommend that you send those to the Immunolytics laboratory for further analysis and consultation, as it could be severely affecting health. If you're sending samples for analysis that you didn't prepay for, you can purchase analysis on our website, or when we receive your plates at the laboratory, we'll contact you regarding payment. Laboratory analysis. If you choose to send your samples for laboratory analysis, the Immunolytics laboratory must receive your samples within 10 days of the sampling date. First, ensure the lab processing form is completed fully, and each sample on the form matches each sample label. Then place your samples in the foil envelope. Then place the foil envelope and your mold testing form into the mold testing kit box, together with some appropriate packing materials, and then affix the prepaid envelope or ship it yourself to the Immunolytics lab. One note, if you're shipping the plates during months which the package could be exposed to freezing temperatures, keep the plates in a warm area for 3 days before you ship them. Complete directions can be found at immunolytics.com/analysis. Within 7 days after receiving your samples, the laboratory will send you a detailed report on what was found via email and also accessible at your account at immunolytics.com. Then you can also set up a call with one of our environmental experts who will review your lab results and make recommendations. We are here to answer your questions and provide guidance as you navigate through the process to improve your environment and your health. The Immunolytics Mold Test Kit is the affordable do-it-yourself test that helps you discover and identify the mold that might be affecting your health. For more information or to contact us, visit immunolytics.com.